For our second video project, we've decided to focus on the working conditions within Amazon for its warehouse employees and delivery drivers. Recently, the controversy has been stirred up again due to Jeff Bezos' space flight, where he made a comment thanking the Amazon workforce, stating that his flight would not have been possible without them in both their productivity and commitment to the company. Many people took issue with these comments, as in early April, a warehouse in Bessemer, Alabama, called for a vote to unionize, citing mistreatment by their superiors. This move was publicly supported by the likes of Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Senator Bernie Sanders, and even President Joe Biden. Despite this, the vote failed, with only 738 employees voting for the union, while a sizable 1,798 voted against the move. The accusation of authoritarianism within Amazon was denied by Bezos, citing accurate information, questioning, if conditions were really that bad, would people even work for us, in a 2020 letter to shareholders? Even though he did admit that the company needed to do better for their employees. Despite this, the workers claimed further issues within their working conditions involving both burnout and stress. We've decided to break down the confrontation by looking at both sides' statements and views towards the disagreement. As we break down this issue, we plan to dive deeper than just the facts and look at the theoretical side of the issue as well, exploring things such as the effort to performance theory and the two-factor theory of motivation, focusing mainly on the hygienic claims involved within that, in contrast to the employees' claims of the events that happened within their facilities. These accusations were further supported by a British author named James Bloodworth. Bloodworth went undercover at a different Amazon fulfillment center in 2018, where he reported that employees were scolded for taking bathroom breaks by their superiors within the Amazon role structure. He even went as far as claiming that at the time, he had found bottles of pee while on the job, a statement that has also been made by the workers of the Bessemer warehouse. At the end of the day, there is hope. With Bezos' remarks towards building a better vision for creating value for their employees, whether or not that comes to fruition, we hope that the Amazon employees are empowered by their employer in order to increase productivity in a way that is healthy and beneficial for both parties.
Amazon workers cite claims such as mandatory overtime, in which they are scheduled for 6 10-hour days a week, if not more. Their exempted and salaried employees also state that they work exhausting hours just to keep up with their workload and contend with other employees for promotions. Warehouse employees have also detailed that their work on the floor of their facilities is often physically grueling. Employees also claim that they are banned from asking for time off during the holiday season between Thanksgiving and Christmas, as well as their peak times during the year. Coercive power seems to have become a real issue inside the hierarchy, as many of the employees claim they have been given unreasonable deadlines. A New York warehouse worker stated that pickers were expected to pick up and sort 400 items an hour, which translates to approximately one item every 9 seconds with no breaks. Amazon also ran anti-union campaigns in the warehouse in Bessemer, hanging banners that said things like #do it without dues, alluding to union membership fees. Many of these factors create stress for the employees that can reduce their efficiency at work and cause some of them to burn out. High senses of authoritarianism are claimed to be seen in superiors as well, like when Jonathan Bailey, another warehouse worker from Queens, New York, tried to organize a walkout over COVID-19 concerns in their facility. He claimed a manager that introduced himself as ex-FBI implied that he would be accused of harassment when they spoke during his lunch break. The company had sent him a formal write-up for harassment within the next week, and Bailey promptly filed a charge with the National Labor Relations Board. Amazon settled with Bailey about a year later, in March of 2021, and they had to post notices to employees reminding them of their right to organize. This is another example of coercive power that employees seem to face. An interesting look at effort to performance theory can be seen inside Amazon. This theory discusses an individual's perception of the probability that high levels of effort will lead to high performance and the attainment of their goals. The workers realize that they are putting extreme amounts of effort into their work, yet they are rarely meeting the control standards set by their superiors. This can lead to problems within the workplace, such as unmotivated employees and short-term employment. Managers should strive to get their employees to have a balanced outlook on their input of effort to their output of performance in order to keep an efficient workplace intact. The two-factor theory of motivation is also prominent in Amazon warehouses. This theory states that employee satisfaction and dissatisfaction are influenced by two independent sets of factors. Motivation factors consist of things like achievement, recognition, the type of work, and advancement. Hygiene factors consist of things like company policies, work conditions, and job security. The employees at Amazon claim to rarely achieve their excessive goals, let alone receive recognition for it, while performing tedious work and seldom getting opportunities for promotion. Strict company policies and supervision, along with strenuous work conditions and a seemingly constant sense that they might be fired for underperforming, provide a large feeling of dissatisfaction in the workers. Low motivation paired with low hygiene factors put Amazon in a particularly bad situation in their warehouses. Revised policies and a new management strategy could certainly help with each of these factors and boost Amazon's employees' motivation.
Hello, this is Jiafei. Now I'm going to use Bezos' response to detail the Amazon hierarchy in organizational culture with terms such as workplace behavior, role structure, accurate information, and facilities. As a successful cross-border e-commerce company, Amazon currently has 110 active fulfillment centers in the US and 185 centers globally. It has a traditional vertical global hierarchy for its organizational corporate structure. The CEO is at top, followed by senior vice presidents, directors, heads, managing directors, general managers, and senior managers. The company uses this global hierarchy to quickly implement managerial directives and geographical divisions to facilitate operations in specific regions. Amazon organizational culture has been described as breakneck-paced and notoriously cost-conscious, as benefits a company that has run only a small profit or a loss under generally accepted accounting principles for most of its life as a public company. Based on this pushy, combative, and bruising organizational culture, it's not surprised for the news of Amazon employees pivoting bottles. We're not sure whether this is an accurate information, but Bezos and Amazon's response were very intriguing. At first, Bezos claimed that if conditions were really that bad, would people work for us? Later, Amazon apologized for disputing a lawmaker's claim that its workers urinate in bottles, admitting in a Friday blog post that it was incorrect to deny the report. The online retailer cited the issue affects drivers, not employees, in its many warehouses across the US. In general, Amazon has a very intensive corporate culture with an extensive emotional and even physical pressure to some employees. Nowadays, the popular belief is that workplaces need to be nurturing and encouraging, and managers need to be nice and friendly and treat their employees like family in order for a company to succeed. We hope that Amazon will do a better job for workers, as Bezos said after this event. Finally, here are the resources for this video. Thanks for watching.